we talked about the Redskins name and kind of the updates where CBSSports.com reports that Warriors is in the lead with Snyder and some members of the Redskins brass. And if you look at kind of Twitter analysis of state by state and the favorite choices, it does seem like Warriors is in lead there with Red Tails somewhat close behind. We didn't really talk about the color scheme, so they have talked, it seems like they've talked about sticking with burgundy and gold, but others say just make it a complete fresh start. Where are you guys on with that? Do you have a preference? Do you want to stick with burgundy and gold, or do you make a change?
Well, if I was a huge Redskins fan, which obviously I'm not, I would want to stick with the burgundy and gold.
I like
but if
burgundy
they changed the
and gold
colors, if they announced they were going to, I don't know, black and orange, I mean, I wouldn't care.
Valdez would be very excited about that. I just like burgundy and gold because it's distinctive. It's not red, white, and blue. Every other team that sports that color combination. You have something unique here in D.C. So I would hold on to the burgundy and gold. You're going to revamp it. It's going to look somewhat different, obviously, with the uniform redo, but I would keep those colors.
I'm so depressed about the whole thing that I could go either way. I do see the obvious positives to keeping burgundy and gold and some sort of link to the past, but I could also just seeing a total do-over, a total start over. But I think they're going to keep the burgundy and gold. I'm pretty confident they're going to do that. It's just, to me, it's just a matter of what's the name going to be.
What if they went with your copperheads? I don't even know. What color is a copperhead?
That would fit burgundy and gold, right?
It kind of fits that color scheme.
Well, here's the problem.
They're not, obviously. But
The problem is that you want to get rid of all of the Redskins gear, right? You don't want people wearing a racist logo or racist name to the stadium or wherever.
Yeah,
I don't think the team cares.
Are they going to be like NASCAR and keep people from wearing them?
No, but you want to discourage it, right? If people think it's offensive. So why would you keep the color? Because then people are just going to wear their old Redskins gear to the stadium.
Well, don't you think Snyder wants to hang on to something?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, he's already been forced.
I can't see him change it. It's like red, white, and blue or anything like that. I can't see it.
I think he wants to hold on to something.
He wants a link to the Redskins, and that link to him is burgundy and gold.
And if people want to wear their old Skins gear, they could just give everybody the finger. They could just wear it. I mean, come on. And I think they probably would encourage it, to wear it to the stadium.
Do you think that he will continue to possibly? I'm just asking a question. Don't attack me.
I'm not.
Will he continue to sell Redskins gear in the team store at FedEx Field?
Maybe in his own way. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's his property.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Can't get it anywhere else.
Maybe
because it's not available
People are
elsewhere.
still going to buy it.
People are gonna spend more money on new gear than on old gear.
Is there potential for him to do that? He's a businessman.
But then there's potential for sponsors saying we won't sponsor as long as he still sells Redskins gear in the team shop.
I mean,
he'd probably get out of that business, but there'll be a secondary market somewhere, right, for all this stuff.
You would think.
I don't think there's be anybody like you can't wear old Redskins gear. No way.
No, there's not. But
I mean, they're going to let you into the stadium.
Yeah, they're not going to deny you access to the stadium, but you're not going to blend in if the team colors are red, white, and blue, and you're the donk wearing burgundy and gold.
Right. That's why they're not going to get rid of it. Yeah, they're going to keep it burgundy and gold. I would almost bet my life on it.
But you would make more money by changing the color. People would buy the stuff. Because if you already have old Redskins gear and you're dead set on wearing it, you're not going to buy the new stuff anyways.
I agree with you, Valdez. And look, I'm not a fan of the team, but if they decided to go Dodger blue colors, I think that'd be fine. It'd be fine. You have a new team name.
I just can't see it.
Look, you're transitioning away from the Redskins.
Yeah, but
they don't
Jason,
want
you
to.
also
They're doing this kicking and screaming, guys.
Yeah, but just because you couldn't see it, I mean, you couldn't see them changing the name, which they're doing. You couldn't see
surreal
You couldn't see Snyder getting rid of Bruce Allen, which he did.
I know. It's
right,
still
the winds
surreal.
aren't changing.
You guys aren't fans. Fans are not going to tolerate a full color change. The fans are kicking and screaming with this whole thing.
Yeah.
They're not going to tolerate a full color change and just light all your old
But if
gear
they
on
went
fire.
and look, I'm just throwing out something that's completely different. Let's say they went with the L.A. Dodgers color scheme, classic Dodger blue and white. Okay, and Dwayne
Boring.
Haskins and Dwayne
boring.
Haskins has a 35 touchdown season, I'm sorry, fans are going to respond. They're going to be buying Haskins jerseys.
They
Some.
will, but of course,
You're
no
still
matter
gonna
what
lose
colors
some.
they do, people are going to buy it because they're fans of the team. But the team itself is not going to just light their entire history on fire and get rid of the team colors. They're just not going to do it.
I bet you $5 they go a new color scheme.
Okay, in.
All right.
All right, put it in the
Now,
book.
if they add like a black or something, I don't think that counts. But if it's burgundy
Well-
and gold are the primary colors.
Well, didn't Kime report that they're going to stay burgundy and gold?
Well, I don't know.
It says they're leaning towards it. I mean,
They're
they're
leaning
reports.
towards it, yeah.
I would assume they are. Skins fans are not going to tolerate a complete blow up of this franchise. They're just not.
Is there anybody that would like a different color if they change the color, something besides red, white, and blue? Because there's already like 5 teams NFL that use red, white.
I mean,
and
I
blue.
would assume if you're going to completely get away from the Native American imagery and you're going to call yourself Warriors, maybe you do like a camouflage color scheme. You know, military Warriors.
I think you have to have black in it if you're going to
becomes
change
part
it.
of it. I don't know.
It's going to be burgundy and gold, fellas.
I
Sorry.
agree.
It's going to be burgundy and gold, and it is a very good chance it's going to be Warriors. I just don't know what the logo is going to be.
It'll be burgundy and gold or boring red, white, and blue. One of those two. It's not going to be some weird Baltimore Orioles-esque orange and black. They're not going to look like the Flyers all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But I think
that's impossible.
I think that it's likely that they'll stick with burgundy and gold, but I don't think you would have that bad of a reaction over time. I'm looking. We just put an instant poll here on Adjuncts Radio. Would you be okay with the Redskins organization moving away from burgundy and gold?
Yeah.
59% say no. So more people say no than yes, but that still leaves 41% early on, just after 3 minutes.
Well, let's just hit the phones. People could chime in on it. But I think that non-Skins fans could care less. So they'll be like, yeah, sure, change the colors.
Right.
Look, I don't like burgundy and gold. I think the colors stink. I hate them, but it's the team. It's the team colors.
That's still, it's all. Those are the memories you've had for watching.
Yeah,
this
I mean,
team.
if they do red, white, and
For
blue,
50 years. Yeah.
is too played out, like you say.
And again, I think it gets back to Snyder. I think Snyder wants to hold on to that. He's being bullied into changing the name.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
doing
want to
this
be.
kicking and screaming.
He doesn't want to be bullied into changing the colors and the name.
I mean, hell, he wants to keep HTTR, which is so dumb. I mean, allegedly, or at least fans do. Fans are crazy about HTTR.
Yeah.
What are those trolls gonna put in at the end of their Twitter bios now?
I don't know.
All I'm saying is, if they went with something
HTTW?
radical, what if all of a sudden, Snyder just says, you know what, I like Wolverine, the character. I like the Michigan Wolverines in college football. I'm going to call us the Washington Wolverines.
Right.
And they changed the color scheme. I'm sorry, people are going to buy the jerseys, and people are going to buy,
Of course.
the hats.
It's
and
not
all
a,
of that.
But
it's
they're
not
also
a
gonna
matter
buy-
of are they
they're-
going to buy it. They
They're also
will
going to
buy
buy
it.
the burgundy and gold with the Warrior logo too.
Yes. They're going to buy whatever. It's not like they're not going to buy it. But it's just too much of an upset. Like you know what I mean? You're blowing it up too much. Then there's like no link to the past. Then
It's possible.
Then it's like the Ravens. The Ravens have no link to the Colts. Does anybody feel like there's a link
No,
to the
none
Colts?
whatsoever.
No, but they have a great fan base. And by the
they
way,
do.
the Colts
They do.
And the Colts resurface in Indianapolis, so it's a little different.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like the Colts.
Okay, well,
It just feels like a
the
totally
Nationals,
new
Do
franchise.
the Nationals feel like the Expos?
Well, there's a Ring
No.
of Honor in the stadium for the Colts.
Okay, but do you feel like that there's any real link to
Well,
the Colts when you're watching?
I was 1 year old.
Right.
My
Well,
dad.
I was.
I'll tell you, my dad has a fond memory of Johnny Unitas.
I'm
Of
sure
course
he does.
But I don't bet you he doesn't really link the Ravens to him. The Ravens are just a brand new franchise.
No, you link up to the Colts. Like I grew up. The reason why a Colts fan is my dad was a Baltimore guy, and I liked Burt Jones and Lydell Mitchell and Roger Carr. Those are my
Roger
guys.
Carr.
Right, and you have no link to the Ravens. You have no love or connection
Correct.
to the Ravens.
I probably
right?
should have just stuck with the city.
I mean, Valdez
I
is-
would have had more dubs.
Valdez is basically rooting for the Cleveland Browns that got relocated.
Right.
He's a Browns fan that have been repainted black and purple.
JP,
Yes.
do you remember Roger Carr's uniform number with the Colts?
I'm gonna guess 81.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Good pull.